G'day, I'm Tim Harbour, and I've been brought on as the commission choreographer for the Genée international competition this year here in Sydney. I'm also the resident choreographer for the Australian Ballet. I think what I think I've found actually, because we're in day 2 and day 3, and I've already seen it, is what I hoped, which is this openness to challenging themselves, to really try and suck up as much information they can. And that's not just from me, and it's not just from the other coaches, but actually from each other. They're in this fantastic environment where they've got a whole lot of like-minded people from all over the world, really, in this enterprise together. One of the small elements, I think, is that at the end there's a winner or a bunch of winners. In a way, it's actually kind of about the whole process leading up to that final event. So I'm looking for personalities that are really going to take a look around, learn what they can from each other and from the faculty, but also to kind of run their own race. That understanding that I'm an individual and I'm not going to be exactly like all of them, and really try and take something personal from it. And I think actually the thing that I'd love to see is this idea of students, candidates, lifting their own expectations of themselves through this process. Creating choreography for a competition like this can be a bit fraught. I mean, I think I could have gotten really overwhelmed with all the criteria that you're trying to hit, because you're not making something for a specific individual. You want to make something that is going to be accessible for a broad range of dancers, a broad range of personalities. You want it to challenge them. You want to not dumb it down, but actually kind of try and make it something that they have to lift to achieve well. But it needs to also be accessible. And like I said, something that a broad range of dancers can find access into. So, and when you look at it like that, you think, well, that's almost impossible. So I kind of put that aside, actually. I thought through all those things. I went, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? And asked all these questions of myself. But in the end, I kind of put those ideas aside and just actually tried to make a solo that I felt had some integrity for me, and with the newly commissioned music that goes along with it. And I found that, coming in with some very prepared ideas, and then seeing the candidates, getting to know them over the course of the days, and adjusting and modulating those steps according to how they were managing them and the way that they were performing them, has been a really good process, a good way of achieving those results. Look, I think when they are at this level, which is a very high level, but inexperienced when you put them beside professional dancers, there is this huge growth that happens right before your eyes. It's a really tangible thing. From day to day, you can see this improvement or this absorption of ideas, and that's an extremely satisfying thing to be a part of. It's the thing that motivates me to be a part of these things and to be in dance education, actually, because you really you sort of look ostensibly like you've got a leadership role, but actually you're sort of just a participant in that own person's journey, and yes, you do guide, but really they teach themselves. You create the opportunity for them to explore things, and they're teaching themselves. And I think dance, particularly because we talk less, we do gabble on. I'm gabbling on now, but when you think about it, it's such a physical process. It's a lot about trying things again physically. That's where the learning happens. You give them a few key ideas, and they teach themselves through the process of movement. So really, I'm alongside them. And when you're watching someone really grow before your very eyes and you're going on that journey with them, that's a really very satisfying experience. I think a really valuable idea is to run your own race, to not compare yourself to other people. And that's extremely hard in dance because you're very exposed, all your clothes are off, you're working memories, and you work alongside other people who are trying exactly the same steps, for example, as you are. How do you not then compare yourself? And especially with classical ballet, which has very clear-cut sequences, for a pirouette, for example. that person's going around 5 times, I can only go around 3 times. Does that mean that they're better than I am? It's really, really hard to resist the urge to operate like that and to conceive of yourself by comparing yourself to other people. I think it's really valuable, if you can not do that, to run your own race, to understand that your peak might not happen at the same time as someone else's peak, and that, of course, every single dancer has something unique and different to offer, even if they're working in the same repertoire or vocabulary of movement. Hard to do, but if you can learn that lesson, I think it's really valuable.